He loved two women. He lied to both, and he thought the truth would never come out. No one in the quiet town of Ashwood suspected a thing. No one knew that Ethan Reed, the kind carpenter who built houses and always greeted everyone with a warm smile, was living a double life. They saw a man of integrity, always helping neighbors, never raising his voice, and going home at the end of the day like any other honest man. But behind his smile, Ethan carried a secret that would eventually destroy everything he built. Years earlier, Ethan had fallen in love with Emma, a sweet and gentle woman who grew up in the same village. They married young and lived in a small, cozy cottage surrounded by rose bushes. They had two children, Noah, a curious boy with wide eyes, and Ella, a shy girl who loved stories. Emma trusted Ethan completely. She cooked his favorite meals, folded his shirts with care, and waited at the door every evening with a smile. To her, life was simple and full of love, but Ethan was not the man she thought he was. Some years after marrying Emma, Ethan had taken a job repairing the roof of the town's primary school. That's when he met Hannah, a confident, independent teacher with soft brown eyes and a voice that made students lean in to listen. Their conversations started casually, then became frequent, then personal. Ethan never told her about Emma. He told himself, it's just friendship. Then it's different with Hannah. Then it's too late to go back. And before he fully realized what he was doing, he married Hannah in a quiet ceremony in another part of the town where no one knew his past. Emma lived in the north end of Ashwood. Hannah lived in the south. They had never crossed paths, not even once. Ethan built two separate lives: weekdays with Emma and the kids, weekends with Hannah. He told each woman the other days were for work, or travel, or family matters. He timed everything. He erased messages. He created calendars in his head, memorized details, and lived with one constant fear: discovery. But over the years, that fear dulled. He began to believe he could keep the secret forever, until life slowly, silently began to unravel. Noah started asking questions. Why does Dad always leave on Friday nights? Emma noticed small things: shirts that smelled like perfume she didn't use, phone calls taken in the garden, moments of silence that didn't fit the Ethan she knew. Hannah, too, began to feel something was wrong. He never visited on weekdays. He always had excuses when school events came up. But both women loved him, and love, for a long time, made them blind. The turning point came one cloudy Saturday morning. Emma had heard from a friend that there was a school event on the other side of town. The name Miss Hannah came up, a kind teacher, well respected, hosting a parent meeting. The name rang a bell. Emma had heard Ethan mention a teacher friend named Hannah once. Curious and wanting to meet this person, she decided to attend the event. She told her children she was visiting a friend, but in her heart, something else stirred, a quiet pull, A soft whisper, "You need to know the truth." She arrived at the school, followed the signs, and found herself standing outside a modest but lovely home. She knocked gently. The door opened, and there, standing with polite surprise, was Hannah. They both froze. Two women, two lives, connected by one man. Emma spoke first. "Hi, I'm Emma, a friend of Ethan's wife." Hannah smiled kindly. "Oh, I'm Hannah. I'm married to Ethan. Is he with you?" The words landed like thunder. Emma's breath caught in her throat. Her lips trembled. "I'm his wife too," she whispered. Silence. Hannah's smile faded. Her eyes searched Emma's face. "You're what?" "I've been married to him for over 10 years. We have 2 children." The room began to spin. Hannah leaned against the wall. Her face lost all color. Emma's knees felt weak. The 2 women sat in Hannah's living room for hours. They compared dates. They shared stories. They pieced together the puzzle. Everything Ethan had hidden, the lies, the careful planning, the double holidays, became painfully clear. Their pain was the same. Their love, once strong, now cracked and fragile. "I trusted him with everything," Hannah said, tears falling freely. "So did I," Emma whispered. By evening, they made a decision. He would not run from this. He would face what he had done. And so, they waited together. When Ethan walked through Hannah's door that night, smiling, tired, unaware, he saw both of them sitting side by side. His heart stopped. "Emma, why are you here?" Neither woman spoke at first. Then, quietly, Emma said, "We know." His face turned pale. Hannah stood. "Ethan, how could you lie to us for so long?" He opened his mouth to speak, but nothing came out. "I loved you," Emma said. "I gave you a family, a home. I gave you my whole life, and I believed you were honest," Hannah added. "But you were living a lie." Ethan dropped into a chair. His hands shook. His voice cracked. "I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I didn't know how to choose. I thought I could make it work. I loved both of you. But you didn't love either of us enough to tell the truth," Emma said. There were no more excuses. Just silence. Just tears. That night, both women walked away, not from each other, but from Ethan. They left with their hearts broken, but their eyes open. And Ethan, he stayed in that empty room, surrounded by the weight of his choices. A man who thought he could have it all, and ended up with nothing. He once believed that love could live inside a secret, but he learned too late that love